Alrighty. We're giving you a weather briefing. We have been so dry over the past month that I had to come in and show you today. We've heard it a lot of times that there was going to be rain, and I just didn't think we'd see it. A couple of wisps. But what we're going to do is I want to take you through the echo tops. Is pretty fascinating right here. We're going to show you a couple of different views of the radar today. Particularly our target, our area that we're going to be working on, our forecast area. Like I said, we're using the KGWX radar site out of Columbus, Mississippi. And this would be technically National Weather Service Memphis WFO. So here we have Interstate 22, Highway 45, the Natchez Trace Parkway. Now we're talking about some thunderstorm activity possibly today. And what I want to show you is echo tops, which shows the height of thunderstorms, possible thunderstorms or clouds in general. And we're looking right here. This is 1146, 1149, 1153, 1156. It's actually 12:15 right now. Okay, so what it appears to me is we're actually starting to see what appears to be a CU field forming. That means cumulus. We're getting some towering cumulus forming here near Troy. This is going to be down State Highway 41. So you're probably going to see some clouds. I've got some other features, but we're not going to do that. We're going to focus on this from a remote sensing standpoint. And just to give you some feel, that's about 23,000 feet tall. And what I see, we've got a cell here, maybe two cells here, a third cell here, probably some AP up here. What we're looking here, this is your velocity, and I'm going to show you something really awesome. Dig this. We've got this line extending through Pittsboro, south of Bruce, basically straddling Highway 32. And it's hard to tell between AP. I'm looking at it right now. See, that line is remaining sort of stationary, and now even the velocity is starting to pick up. And okay, our latest round is we're starting to get some of those oranges. That's 30,000 foot tall top right there. So spoiler, we're not going to spoil it. I was able to take a look at what's going on out here on another source. But take a look here. This is our grays. We're going back to 1111. And you'll start to see evidence of a boundary. Now, what are the three things thunderstorms need to form, folks? You need three things: lift, moisture, and instability. The high pressure that's really dominated this area for a while is gradually starting to leave. So, thunderstorms, they just weren't able to form. The dew point spreads, people are like, man, you got 75-degree dew points out here and high instability. Why aren't you getting thunderstorms forming? It's like, well, they're missing another thing. They're missing a source of lift. Also, when your temperatures are in the 90s, the air is a little farther from saturation. I could be wrong, but I believe, that's no different than having 70-degree temperatures and 50-degree dew points. You're looking at the spread from the air at saturation. So let's go ahead and let's run this forward. You see, this is the boundary. This boundary is existing in a moist air mass. Heat, we're at high noon. Heat's coming in. I don't know if we can pull a skew T. I could show you a sounding on this, and you can see. But right in here, near New Hulk and Troy, we're starting to get thunderstorm initiation. We can verify it here on your velocity, just north of the boundary. So we'll put a marker here, and you'll see the boundary is 3.33 nautical miles to the south of that thunderstorm, the initial thunderstorm. So let's go ahead and remove that marker. And we're going to switch over here to the echo tops. You see that the towers, possibly thunderstorm towers, are starting to form. 35,000 feet, we're getting our first reflectivity images, which are starting to darken. You can take a look at any National Weather Service publications, SPC publications, all the training indications are there. And what we're going to do is we're at 0.5 degrees. And we're sitting about 3,000 feet above the ground. But we can go up here to 0.9 degrees. Oh, we're using this. Okay, that's different degrees. All right, it's not pulling. So let's go back to our echo tops for a minute. And let's watch these clusters. As you can see, we're increasing in the decibels of Z. This is reflectivity radar, 0.5 degrees reflectivity. You see they're forming south of here, single cell clusters starting to begin their early stages in the thunderstorm life cycle. And we're starting to get possibly a little anvil blow off up here. You see this little yellow area right here near Troy. It's getting over 30,000 feet. We're starting to get some moderate rain here. Let's go right down here to the street to street. We're going to go ahead and move it forward. And oh, wow, look at these wicked thunderstorms right here at high noon. Wicked thunderstorms. We got one or two possibly going to form into a multi-cell cluster. The wind shear patterns today favor multi-cell clusters. Again, we have one cell cluster here just west of the Natchez Trace, and we've got one right here just near downtown for Tupelo near the Furniture Mart, or excuse me, not the Furniture Mart, Cooper Tire. Would that be Cooper Tire? That would be Easton Boulevard. Just south of Easton Boulevard down there near Plantersville. So let's get our new run, and yes, we do indeed see four distinct cells that may or may not be moving forward. Let's go ahead and see tracks. Like I said, there's not a lot of wind shear today. They're only moving about 8 knots. So, about 10 miles an hour. They're really drifting along the north side of this boundary. Now, let me tell you something. These boundaries, if they sit here for a while, you can get flash flooding events. And sometimes the outflow boundaries will linger overnight. Those can be the focal point for thunderstorm develop the next day. Now, these type of thunderstorms aren't the ones that you may expect tornadoes from. You're not really going to see tornadoes coming out of these. You may not even see any severe weather. A lot of times, if you do, it's going to be small hail. Like I said, VO here, pea-size hail, very small percentage here. And of course, these 4 cells, they're still struggling to get really tall. I may go out later and give you a visual. So we're getting a lot more activity here. This one was a lot more explosive down here. We went from nothing. This one here on the Natchez Trace, what is this, Highway 32? Right here at the Trace, forming along that boundary, and it goes, we're literally here at 1204. At 1200, nothing there. 4 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So we're almost, and this is our current time. It's 12:23. We're about 3 minutes behind. This is the current life cycle, and you'd be able to see if we were able to get to the 3D mode, which I'm not able to pull right now. I'm just on mobile. So that's 29. Just go ahead and pull that. That's going to be literally, just about 3 miles west of Okolona. So the whole Lee County area is starting to get dominated pretty much by these thunderstorm complexes. Look at these things. Wow. We've got some here straddling I-22. The question is, can we get some to form north? And I think that we're starting to see another little bit of a boundary. Possibly this could be cold air coming out from the thunderstorm. And we've got this one right here north of the Toyota plant. What a mammoth plant. We can see it. Lots of good economy there. Look at that plant. Pretty nice, eh? They don't have to worry much today. And there you see that one Renegade cell up here off of 348. What is that going to be? Union County. So, yeah. Potential for rain, potential for thunderstorms. This is going to be, I'd expect to see anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 rainfall on this event. Maybe some hail. 30% chance here is actually increasing. This is one of the stronger cells, and you'll see them during the day. This one's up here 33,000 feet. So just sit back and wait, and if you like this broadcast, go ahead and I'll give you some more information on weather. These summer thunderstorm events are sometimes, at least to me, it took me several years to get a grasp of weather, and I learn something new every day. So some of these